Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. The following competition is brought to you by Arena Irish Pub, 1058 Charles Street in North Providence, home of the official CES MMA 57 after party. This bout is scheduled for five-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. This event is sanctioned by the Rhode Island Department of Business Regulation, Division of Gaming and Athletics Licensing. Elizabeth Tanner, Director. Pamela Toro, Associate Director. Christina Tobias, Chief Gaming and Athletics Administrator. Peter Timothy, Gaming and Athletics Licensing. Your referees tonight have been Brian Miner and Kevin McDonald. Your judges, Sean Flanagan, Nick Mahmood, Paul Asmer, and Patricia Rogers. And your physicians cage-side have been Dr. Peter de Blasio and Assistant Michael Ray. Let's meet our challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the great trunks. He weighed in at 206 pounds. His pro record, 6 wins, 4 losses, with 2 big victories by knockout and another 2 by submission. Hailing from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin, the Northwoods Nightmare, Haley. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks. He is the reigning heavyweight champion. He weighed in at a slim, trim, lean, mean, and ready, 234 pounds. His pro record, 24 wins, 9 losses, with 15 big victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Triforce and Lausanne's MMA, and out of the fighting city of Cranston, Rhode Island, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Greg Ribs Rebello. The man in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Kevin McDonald.
Center, please. Gentlemen, this is 5 rounds under the Unified Rules of Mixed Martial Arts for the belt. I want a good, clean fight. We went over those rules in the locker room. We've shaken hands, so best of luck. Return to your corner.
Here we go. 5 rounds for the heavyweight crown. The reigning champion, Greg Ribs Rebello, in the black trunks, taking on the exuberant Kevin Haley in the white. 30-pound difference in weight, guys. But I feel like at the heavyweight division, not as big a factor as it would be if you're talking strawweight versus middleweight.
The truth is, these are both middleweight fighters. One of them, trains in a different way, so he's much bigger. One is much leaner, but both can fight as low as middleweight if they strip right down and live like a obsessed training professional athlete.
First of 5 rounds, Michael Parenti joined by Filthy Tom Lawler and Robin Black. We are cage side for your main event on UFC Fight Pass from CES MMA 57 at Twin River Casino Hotel. It's been a great night of action, and we expect more in this bout. If anybody can end a fight with a bang, it's these 2 guys.
For sure. Rebello was talking about how, he's not quite sure if he's nervous anymore with 30-odd fights. He's not sure. He said he probably is, but he doesn't recognize it as nerves anymore. You can see it out here. He's just settling right in. He's trying to download as much information as he can about Haley.
He's certainly fought everywhere you could possibly fight.
Yep.
As a professional mixed martial arts competitor. Bellator, UFC, CES, on network television, now on UFC Fight Pass. The nerves may still be there, but that poise, it's also there as well. 33 pro fights under his belt, 24 of them victories, 15 by knockout. He's really flashed that knockout power in the latter stage of his career.
He's also flashing a front kick a couple of times, trying to get Haley to be thinking about his legs, and often that is a chance to just distract them slightly about your knuckles.
You talked about the experience that Greg has, right, as a fighter. Not only that, but he corners and coaches a lot of very high-level guys. So he's constantly around high-level fighters. He's constantly at fights where there's a different atmosphere than there is in the gym. So all of that, coupled with the fact the guy's been training for 15 years by now.
Yes, constantly teaching, constantly learning. Kevin Haley, also a student of the game, and he's also been in with some of the best fighters. Pat Walsh, Eric Spicely. He submitted Mike Rodriguez with a toe hold. Rodriguez is currently in the UFC. So not afraid to go in there and mix it up, and he can definitely get that big upset victory. He has the pedigree. He's done it before.
Rebello here trying to frame the face, use that hand. He's going to look for a knee with that left knee.
Let's just set that out. You know, Tom was talking about and you bang on. I mean, you're cornering all these people, you're coaching all these people, you're in the environment. All skill development happens through repetition and correction. And that includes mental skills. It includes seeing things, experience. Oh, that's a rough one.
That one's downstairs.
I got him right in the Rebellos.
Let's take a look at that.
If anybody loves a replay of a shot to the groin, it's Filthy Tom Lawler. You're not going to get one, I'm sorry.
Chris, our producer's like, no replay coming, Tom.
Rebello will walk
He
it off.
knows
These
Tom's
two, by the way, are
disappointed.
friends. Friends wouldn't do that to other friends, so I'm not sure.
Tom
if they are
would do
buddies
that to
after
his
all.
friend.
Tom would do that. Both guys have a lot in common.
That's
too,
why
by
I
the
want
way.
to see the technique. So I can tell.
Yes.
Both are fathers. Both have 2 children. Just so much between them. You can see the common bond. But hey, they're in here tonight. They're enemies until after the fight. And maybe whoever wins will buy the loser a beer, and they'll just hug it out at the end.
Maybe one of them doesn't want to have any more children. We discussed that before.
They're not enemies. They're frenemies.
Help them out.
Rebello in the black trunks, Haley in the white.
You know, one approach Rebello might have taken, knowing that Haley can be a slow starter, is to get on him right away. But on the other hand, now you're moving into a fully lit, fully energized guy and walking your chin into the chaos zone. So why not take your time? You believe you're the better martial artist, take your time, and that's what Rebello's doing.
Tom, is there an element to it where if you know your opponent expects you to do something, you do the opposite? Can you kind of psych him out?
Oh, absolutely. Takes him out of their game, takes him out of their element. If he's expecting Greg to come right at, Greg hasn't done a punch yet.
Right.
If you watch, he hasn't done virtually anything except for download information, like Robin said earlier. And now he's going to start deciphering that information and trying to use it to his advantage.
90 seconds to go in round 1. Michael Parenti with Robin Black and Tom Lawler. It's our main event at CES 57. Live on UFC Fight Pass. A little action there, a little bit of an exchange. But you're right, guys. It's been a bit of a slow start, a little bit of a pacing, if you will, and probably because we have 5 rounds to do that. Well, no more pacing there. Rebello lands a left hand, and it's all over. Just as we thought they'd establish a pace, Rebello scores the knockout. A big hug to his pal, Kevin Haley, with a big win and the first title defense for Greg Ribs Rebello.
When we look at this one, what you're going to see is Greg moving out of the way. So he draws his man in, and Haley believes Greg is in danger and he's trapped, so he starts to unload. Watch Greg, he'll just flow his way around those shots until he sets up the big counter shot.
Rebello is like the cage lion at the zoo. You just keep poking him, poking him, poking him, then he just strikes when you don't expect it. Lightning fast hands, incredibly nimble for a guy his size. We're going to see the replay here. What a finish by Greg Rebello, who's just accustomed to big finishes like this, Tom. Greg
puts himself in a position now where Haley feels like he can attack. He feels like he has an opportunity to grab a hold of him or throw something and actually connect. And instead, it's Rebello who is drawing him in.
Watch his head. He's going to slip there, makes it miss, and as he weaves back in, big right there. Left and then the right
left
behind
hand,
it.
guys, too, and he threw that from the hip. It reminded us of one of our prelim fights early on. He didn't have to wind up and step into it. He was backpedaling, threw that uppercut style from the hip, landed right on the sweet spot, and knocks out Kevin Haley. What a brilliant performance.
But Haley's chin was moving through space, accelerating towards that hand, and he created a collision, knuckles to chin. And when that happens, it jars you when you go down. But it was the calmness of Greg Rebello, seeing everything, the vision and the calmness. He was able to see everything and just find the line. And it wasn't just the left shot. The right hook behind it landed underneath the ear as well. That is what happens when you got a calm and highly skilled martial artist backed up against the cage and not stressed out.
Win number 25 for Greg Rebello in the books. Let's send it up to Adam Palazzo for the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 3 minutes and 45 seconds into round number 1 by TKO, and still World Heavyweight Champion, Greg